Uganda Anti-Homosexuality Bill. Life in prison for saying "You're gay." By Drum Minister Kampala, Uganda. Follow for more updates, like and comment. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel.
God of Abraham, you're the God.
People who identify as gay in Uganda risk life in prison after Parliament passed a new bill to crack down on homosexual activities.
Do just what you said.
It also includes the death penalty in certain cases. A rights activist said the debate and the bill had led to fear of more attacks on gay people. There is a lot of blackmail. People are receiving calls that, "If you don't give me money, I will report that you are gay," they said. The bill is one of the toughest pieces of anti-gay legislation in Africa. Homosexual acts are already illegal in Uganda, but this bill introduces many new criminal offenses, as well as making merely identifying as gay illegal. For the first time, friends, family and members of the community would have a duty to report individuals in same-sex relationships to the authorities. It was passed with widespread support in Uganda's parliament on Tuesday evening. Amnesty International has called the bill, which criminalizes same-sex between consenting adults, appalling, ambiguous and vaguely worded. This deeply repressive legislation will institutionalize discrimination, hatred, and prejudice against LGBTQ people, including those who are perceived to be LGBTI, and block the legitimate work of civil society. Public health professionals and community leaders, said Tiger Chagata, Amnesty International's director for East and Southern Africa. It has also been condemned by both the UK's Africa Minister, Andrew Mitchell, and the US Secretary of State, Antony Blinken. The White House has warned Uganda of possible economic repercussions if the new law comes into force. In the weeks before the debate, anti-homosexual sentiment was prominent in the media. An activist who wanted to remain anonymous said, "Members of the queer community have been blackmailed, extorted for money, or even lured into traps for mob attacks," the activist said. In some areas, even law enforcers are using the current environment to extort money from people who they accuse of being gay. Even some families are reporting their own children to the police. The bill will now go to President Yoweri Museveni, who can choose to use his veto and maintain good relations with Western donors and investors, or sign it into law. He has made several anti-gay comments in recent weeks, and also criticized Western countries for putting pressure on Uganda over the issue. Another gay rights activist accused the government of using the bill to distract the public from its failures to address some of their pressing economic concerns. They are trying to drum up anti-gay rhetoric to divert attention from really what is important to Ugandans in general. There is no reason why you should have a bill that criminalizes individuals that are having consensual same-sex adult relationships, Claire Byorugoba, LGBTQ plus rights activist, Chapter 4 Uganda said.
Your name. Great is faithful.
The bill's backers say they are trying to protect children. But Ms. Byarugaba said, whether you're heterosexual or homosexual, the government and parliament should introduce laws, or at least implement existing laws that protect all children, boys, girls from defilement. So the issue of recruitment has been unproven. It is baseless, it is biased.
God of covenant, faithful promises. Time
What does the bill say?
you have proved
The final version has yet to be officially published, but elements discussed in Parliament include:
the winds may blow, I'll remain.
1. A person who is convicted of grooming or trafficking children for purposes of engaging them in homosexual activities faces life in prison.
Great is
2. Individuals or institutions which support or fund LGBT rights activities or organizations, or publish, broadcast and distribute pro-gay media material and literature, also face prosecution and imprisonment.
sun to the setting, same
3. Media groups, journalists and publishers face prosecution and imprisonment for publishing, broadcasting, distribution of any content that advocates for gay rights or promotes homosexuality. 4. Death penalty for what? Described as aggravated homosexuality, that is sexual abuse of a child, a person with disability or vulnerable people, or in cases where a victim of homosexual assault is infected with a lifelong illness.
your word remains the same.
5. Property owners also face risk of being jailed if their premises are used as a brothel for homosexual acts or any other sexual minorities' rights activities. 6. A small group of Ugandan MPs on a committee scrutinizing the bill disagreed with its premise. They argue the offences it seeks to criminalize are already covered in the country's Penal Code Act. What are your thoughts on this bill? Was the Parliament of Uganda right or wrong? Leave a comment below, but don't forget to like and follow. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more updates. Thanks. God bless you.